Campaigners are fighting plans to build wind turbines on the wild landscape that inspired Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. Thornton Moor near Bradford is just a couple of miles from Haworth, where the Bronte sisters lived, and the popular Bronte Way footpath cuts across it. The 4 turbines, which would stand at 328 feet tall, will follow the path across land that experts say influenced all of the Brontes. Well, joining me now from the proposed site is Anthea Orchard, chair of the Thornton Moor Windfarm Action Group. Anthea, good morning. Why is this area so special? Why do you think it should be protected?
It's a very special area. It's next to a site of special scientific interest. It's a special protected area and next to the Bradford Wildlife Area. So that's the wildlife issues. There's also issues in terms of the damage that will be carried out to the moor during construction, which would take approximately 12 months. At the moment we're stood next to the Bronte Way, which is the footpath that runs all the way from Birstall all the way into Lancashire, joining up all the special Bronte landmarks. And it's an inappropriate site. People don't want to walk through underneath such tall monstrosities that don't do what experts or so-called experts say they do.
What does the Bronte legacy, what does it bring to the communities there in terms of revenue and indeed kudos?
Bronte brings a very large tourist population across to Bradford. Only yesterday in the national press, the number of people that were dismayed at the plans because they visit the area annually, or even more so if you're more local, and they come into the area to see what the Bronte family left behind. I dread to think what would be lost in revenue for the tourist industry if this were to go ahead.
Anthea, we can't see any wind turbines from the view that we're seeing of you, but there are wind turbines there already, aren't there? What difference would 4 more make?
Well, the wind turbines that you're referring to are on Thornton Moor. They're approximately 1,200 metres away from where we're stood. They're only 48 metres tall, and they are due to be doubled in height very shortly. These turbines will be double the height of the ones that you'll see in your live shot later on. But these 4 are too close to local residents. My property alone would be only 700 metres from the closest turbine, and the issues related to that are noise, shadow flicker, and other health-related issues that have been reported that can't be ruled out, and we're very scared. That is one of our major concerns.
We have to produce power from somewhere. Wind turbines, renewable energies, environmentally friendly energies. In that respect, 4,500 homes will be powered from them. Is this a case of NIMBYism that, yes, all right, you accept there's got to be some wind farms ultimately, but just not in my backyard?
There does have to be some form of renewable energy plan, there does. Unfortunately, wind farms are fuelled by the fact that the government have the subsidy issues in place. Feed-in tariffs are paid, and it's a very lucrative industry. We're trying to say to people there are other ways to do it. Ourselves, we've installed solar panels on our property, and that doesn't disturb anybody. It's not a case of NIMBYism, although to a certain degree it probably is, because I wouldn't be doing this, I wouldn't be campaigning if it wasn't happening, you know, local to me. I like to call it localism rather than NIMBYism, because I am concerned about what happens in my backyard, and rightly so, and I think everybody should be.
Anthea, thanks for talking to us. Anthea Orchard, there, chair of the Thornton Moor Windfarm Action Group.